gets the most freaked out by INFJs? You may be surprised to know, but it's the INFJs themselves. That's right. INFJs freak themselves out. And I'm going to tell you 5 things that they get freaked out about, all about themselves. Listen up, this is crazy. All right. First thing I'm going to say, INFJ has so many personalities inside of themselves. So let me explain this. Okay, no, I'm not saying that they have multiple personality disorder or something like that. But it's as though they have different sides to their personality. Okay, you can think to yourself, doesn't everybody? Like, doesn't everyone have different moods and all this and that? But it's just different for INFJ because we have these different personality types within us and we can tap into them at like all different times, like at any given time. And although this sounds beneficial, it really does freak them out because, well, they just don't see that in other people. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure kind of situation. Like INFJs can pick which part of themselves are they going to tap into for this part of the adventure. And then they can switch mid adventure into another type. Yeah, it's really crazy. So sometimes they can just freak themselves out. Like they'll wonder to themselves, like, I don't see anyone else having this quality. Like, am I okay? Yeah, I've thought that before. Okay. Number 2, INFJs talk to themselves a lot. Okay. And their imagination can really run away with them. So when they engage in self talk, it all takes on a life of its own. Like they can make up like the craziest stories to like run along with. And they can have conversations with people that, I mean, even people they've never met, you know, like fictional people. So it gets really bizarre how that works. Um, so, needless to say, it kind of makes them wonder like, have I lost my mind? Because the lengths it can go to and how far they can push this imaginary scenario or the imaginary conversation, it's really surprising. Like it just takes on a life of its own. It's, yeah, it freaks them out sometimes because like we know other people don't do that. I mean, we think they don't. I'm quite certain they don't, but who knows, right? Okay, number 3. So, believe it or not, it kind of freaks them out like how much they are detached. Like they wonder to themselves, am I disassociated with reality? Like, am I too far out? How can I be so cold? And I don't know, ultimately, I hate to say this, but like, am I psycho? Because I'm able to detach like this? Like, why can I do that? Because it's so weird. I mean, again, the paradox. I'll always bring up the paradoxes, right, of INFJ, because we're so tapped into everything. So it feels so bizarre because that we're also really detached from everything. It almost makes us really question it, like, because it's so incongruent, like it doesn't match, right? So it kind of makes us second guess ourselves for a hot minute of like, what's wrong with me? How am I able to just not care? Typical example of this, the door slam, anyone? Like, look at that. Look at the door slam. Make it make sense. Like, we invest so much into people and give our blood to people. And then we just go door slam. Like, it almost makes you have to question yourself like, how am I pulling that off? Because it doesn't make sense. Okay. Number 4. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. A lot of people aren't talking about this with INFJs, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to be the brave one here today. Paranormal experiences. Yeah. All INFJs, I'm willing to bet this, have had experiences that cannot be explained. Okay? Regardless of their beliefs, they've had an experience that they can't logically explain, scientifically explain, and we all know what that means. It's Casper. I'm kidding. No, it's paranormal. I will say, if you want, I've been toying with the idea of making a video all about paranormal experiences regarding INFJs. Let me know if you want that video because I can't quite make up my mind if I want to go for it or not. So if you guys tell me you want it, then, you can twist my arm into doing it. Okay, let's get back into this one. Yes, so because of these paranormal experiences, INFJs have most likely questioned, like, am I losing my mind? Like, am I overthinking this? Did I really see that out of the corner of my eye? Did I really feel that energy? Because let's be honest, like some paranormal experiences can really freak people out. And maybe even more so in INFJ because we're so tapped into energy. So, we can really feel energy shift in a room. But I won't go too deep into that because, again, if you want that video, I'll dive in. Okay. I'll get into the nitty gritties of that one if you wish. Okay. The 5th point to make, we really get freaked out when our intuition is like bang on. Because we all know the INFJ's intuition, like that's their superpower completely. And they really rely on it. Absolutely. They love it. But there'll be moments where it turns out it was so like dead on correct. And for a hot second, it freaks them out because it's like, holy crap, how did I really get that so right? I'll give you an example of this actually. This happened to me, okay? This is one example. Many years ago, I was at an event. A friend of mine was having a wedding shower, and I was helping to decorate, the place where the shower was, blah, blah. And so we were putting some stuff on the ceiling, like some decor, and we had to stand up on a folding table in order to reach the ceiling. Okay, so picture this. I'm with a group of girls, and it's time to decorate, and they're all like, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, you go on up and, you pin this to the ceiling, whatever. And they're looking at me. So I get up on the table, and I don't know what happened. Something comes over me, and I said, I got to get off this table. I'm not doing it. And I just get off the table right away. And they're all looking at me like I have like 10 heads, right? Because it makes no sense. And I just said, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I can't do it. I can't be on this table and I can't do it. I felt I felt like a bit like an idiot, actually, because, they're looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I mean, maybe I would have looked at someone the same way. But anyways, next thing you know, another girl's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And she goes up there and she starts putting this stuff on the ceiling. And doesn't the table collapse? And she falls to the floor, obviously. She was okay in the end, but everyone was like, what? And they just turned and look at me. And I tell you, when this happened, I was just shocked because I was like, holy crap. Like, I knew I had intuition, but I didn't know I had it like that, you know? So, those are the moments I'm talking about. Sometimes we just get proven so right and it really freaks us out. It's like, am I looking at a crystal ball or what? Anyways, So, yes, those are the ways that INFJs just freak themselves out. Can you imagine how much we freak other people out? Okay, anyways, that's all I have to say about that. And like and subscribe, my dears, please. Help me grow this channel so we can reach all of the other beautiful INFJs out there and all of the amazing people who want to get to know us. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.